This is exciting. Howdy y'all, welcome to the channel. I'm the Handy Monk. Today we have a very special unboxing episode. Father's Day is just around the corner, and I too, like you, have an earthly father in addition to our heavenly father. And so I have a few nice gifts for my father this coming weekend. And so today we're gonna take a look at that. There's some exciting stuff in these boxes, and we're gonna do a unboxing episode of some technology items. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. Happy Father's Day. This is the new 7th generation iPad, standard iPad, not the iPad Pro, but it's the 7th generation iPad Wi-Fi plus cellular. This is Apple's most recent iPad. It was released in 2019. It comes in 3 different colors. So you have, I think, gray, space gray, and gold, they call it. This is, I believe, the space gray color. And it also does have the cellular functionality so that you can use it on the go and add it as a tablet to one of your mobile plans. So let's go ahead, set this stuff aside, and get this guy open. So here it is, and Apple always does a fantastic job packaging their applications, but this is the 7th generation iPad. It has a 10.2 inch screen and weighs a stunning 1.09 pounds, so it's very, very light. As always, Apple provides you with a Thunderbolt to USB cable for charging and data transfer. We have, the standard documentation here, probably some Apple stickers. Let's see. Oh, I'm a little bit disappointed. Oh, here they are. The standard Apple stickers. And since this is the Wi-Fi and cellular model, they give you a SIM ejection key. Very handy. We might need that a little later. And of course, here is your 12 watt. Here's your 12 watt power supply. So let's set these things aside. Documentation in here. And here we go. This is always, of course, the most fun part. The tearing off of the protective plastic. Ta-da! Wow, here we are. Look at this thing. So clean, so shiny. Really a nice touch. You can see right here on the side, actually, they have the 3 connector pins for the smart keyboard. If you get the Apple smart keyboard to attach, that is compatible with this model iPad. Let's go ahead and power this guy on. The very first time. Oh, it's the Apple logo. Press home to continue. Hello. I'm going to choose English as my language. So I'm going to go ahead and set this guy up here. We'll be right back once I get it going. Set up again. So I'm just going through here, working on setting up the settings, the notification settings, the Siri settings, the data analytics settings. For the most part, I keep most of these off, and turn them on as I need them. That's just a standard practice for me. I can always turn on the location for the map that I need later, but I don't need to give general location data. That's just my personal preference. One of the things that I'm really excited for here in this new iPad is actually iPad OS. So this came out also back in 2019 with the release of the famous dark mode. And so I'm really excited to get to play with dark mode here. I'm in the settings right now where it's asking me about my appearance, and so I'm gonna select the dark mode setting, really get a look at that. I'm also excited because iPad OS finally has its own operating system that's different from the phone. Having a much larger screen gives us the opportunity, or gives the user the opportunity to really do different things. And so I hear in iPad OS you can do things like multitasking, put screens side by side, which is a really exciting feature and something that really makes the iPad a lot more user-friendly. Here we are, and look at this. It's a gorgeous home screen in dark mode. I love the great red background that they have here with this image. Apple always picks some really artistic images. So as I said, I'm actually unboxing this for someone else, and while I don't have the privilege of owning this iPad, that doesn't mean that as a monk that someday I might not have an iPad of my own, or that because I'm a monk I'm somehow anti-technology. No, technology is a wonderful tool. It provides us with the opportunity to access all kinds of information. I mean, the power of this iPad is really something unprecedented when it comes to communication, to access to information, to so many great things that I now have in the power of my hand. And so as a monk, that is something that I'm very much for. But at the same time, as a monk, I also take the vow of the monastic way of life. And in that, there's a vow of poverty and simplicity. And so we try to avoid pursuing all the flashy material things that may come with the world. So that may not mean as a monk that I get to have the newest and greatest iPad. Maybe someday this will become a secondhand iPad that is passed on to me, or maybe I will have a greater need for it in the future. But obviously, you know, we are not anti-technology. I mean, here I am recording these videos to YouTube. I use a computer all the time. And so they're great tools that obviously need to be used prudently because there are many dangers that come with these devices and these tools, but they can be used for the good and are a wonderful thing for our daily life.